Did BTS's Jungkook's dog just get involved in the Hybe versus Adore feud? TXT's Soobin worries fans, Baekhyun caught smoking, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. A huge congratulations to me for reaching 1,000 subscribers on my bonus channel. I appreciate all the support so much. I also have a second channel. All of that jazz, everything will be linked below. But without further ado, let's get into today's Monday video. The news that happened over the weekend, which honestly I was really worried wouldn't be a lot, but you know. So it seems EXO's Baekhyun has been caught smoking indoors. Now, is this the news we wanted? No, but is this the news we deserved? Also no. When I said I was worried there wasn't gonna be any news over the weekend to make my Monday video, I wasn't, you know. This is not what I was expecting. But anyway, so this was posted at 5:55 a.m. and it's already at 3.7 million views. The last time I checked, which was like 15 minutes ago, it was at 2 million views. This is apparently from back in June from his concert in Macau. Like, obviously he's not at the concert. I mean, you can see I've blurred it out. So of course, idols smoking is definitely nothing new, but when it comes to smoking indoors, people often bring up whether or not it's illegal in the place that this has happened. So this being in Macau, apparently the law defines, I'm not screen recording. Well, let's do that again. So in Macau, apparently the law defines smoking to include the use of e-cigarettes, which means that the use of e-cigarettes is prohibited in places where smoking is prohibited. So the person who posted this series of pictures and video of him apparently smoking also posted pictures of him from a fan site where he's wearing the same shirt at his concert in Macau to kind of confirm that this was in Macau. Now, his company was super quick to release a statement, INB 100 official. I found it within 2 minutes of it being posted. I was like, this is peak journalism, literally. Where's my award? So that's a joke. However, this is what his company said. We sincerely apologize to everyone who felt uncomfortable regarding the recent incident involving our artist Baekhyun's indoor smoking, which has been circulating online. So they basically say that at the time, neither Baekhyun nor the staff knew that Macau prohibits the importation of electronic cigarettes. During a meal with staff after the Macau performance, as the conversation deepened, Baekhyun unconsciously used an electronic cigarette. So they expressed that he's deeply regretful of his careless actions and sincerely apologizes for disappointing many fans. Both Baekhyun and our company will ensure that such incidents do not happen again by exercising greater caution, and we promise to not disappoint fans with similar situations in the future. They will also do their best to show a more mature side of Baekhyun. Once again, we deeply apologize for causing concern and discomfort to many people. We are truly sorry. So we've definitely talked about similar things quite a bit on this channel, and there's always people who have varying opinions. I feel like there's 3 camps of people with this. The people who are like, it's totally okay, it doesn't matter. People who acknowledge that, you know, obviously smoking is not good, but people are free to do whatever they want. And then others who like properly condemn it. Like, you're a singer. What are you doing to your voice? This is horrible. This is so bad. So let's read some responses. So what? Smoking is not a big deal. What's wrong with smoking? It's totally normal for adults. He's a grown man. We don't give an F. He's hot for that. So people saying he's a grown adult. Smoking is okay, but smoking indoors is not. You have to know the difference. Big Bang is at fault. What? But interestingly, this time a year ago in September of 2023, he was also caught in another smoking scandal. If we all remember, there was this picture uploaded and we can see the cigarettes to his side. Of course, there are people defending him saying these weren't his cigarettes and all that jazz. But anyways, that's our big news of the day. Let me know your thoughts. When it comes to this, like, I'm not gonna lie, I remember Daehyun of BAP being caught with cigarettes and I was like so concerned. I was like, he's a singer. Like, this idol was not who I thought he was. It's just really interesting because now if I saw an idol do it, like if my faves ended up smoking, it really wouldn't shock me because, you know, I understand now that like we do not know these people. We do not know that's it. Point blank, we do not know these people. So yeah, just a little tidbit for you guys. let's talk about the NewJeans news that happened over the weekend because it involves Jungkook's dog. Now, this is like 2 days old by now. For news that's like, it might as well be a year old. I'm not talking about the dog in case anyone's confused. I'm not confused. You're not confused. Let's move on. So Jungkook's dog's account posted the following picture on Instagram. He's absolutely adorable. I showed this to my mom and she thought he was really cute. But the caption basically has 5 different colored heart emojis with the bicep emoji, and it says artists are not guilty. So fans were really quick to put 2 and 2 together. How many members are there in NewJeans? 5 members. I mean, there's also many other 5-member groups. Could he be talking about ITZY, Eyelid? Who knows? But the interesting thing about this is that each color represents the representative color of NewJeans members. If we look at this tweet, blue represents Minji, pink represents Honey, yellow Danielle, green Hidden, purple Han. And if we go and look at their Powerpuff Girls collabs, it's the same thing. Like, it's the same sequence of colors as well. So that in and of itself had a lot of people wondering, but then it seems a couple hours later, he made a follow-up post. So again, here's a picture of this beautiful dog, Bam, and it says, don't use them. Now, when I say the reaction to this has been incredibly divisive, I don't know how much more I can emphasize how divisive this was. There was people like, I'm actually a little nervous to cover this because I know people are going to be like, people thought this or people thought that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Nobody agreed on anything and everyone agreed on something. So there's absolutely no way I could properly encapsulate everyone's feelings about this, but I'm going to try my best, okay? Because there were people who were absolutely ecstatic that he was seemingly standing up for NewJeans. Because again, you know, NewJeans has never been mentioned anywhere. We're assuming as much, right? But of course, people are super happy that he's standing up for NewJeans. And then people who do not believe for a second that he would ever post his account must have been compromised because there's no way. And then other people thinking that he really shouldn't have gotten involved, basically telling him to quiet down. But let's get into some of these reactions. I mean, there were a lot of people coming from a place of understanding. Like, he was such a young idol to debut. I don't think it's out of character for someone who was only 13 when he entered the industry and knows how horrifying and scary the grown-ups around you can be to want to show support for his juniors. Of course, Jungkook showed support to the NewJeans girls. The Tannies will never be the bitter losers y'all want them to be so bad. Now, oh, why was I thinking of V's dog? Now, stop projecting your own hate and stop beefing with innocent teenage girls who are nothing but victims in this whole situation as well. Jungkook entered the industry as a kid too. I simply do not understand why you feel like it is uncharacteristic for him to show support for those young girls when he probably understands their situation more than anyone else. Here are some K-netizen reactions. Jungkook is so likable, lol. What a man, right? Min and Pang need to resolve it between themselves. Jungkook is such a real man, sigh. I guess at Jungkook's level, he doesn't need to care about what Pang thinks. Wow, amazing, so cool, seriously. As expected from Jungkook, this is how power should be used. Wow, I see Jungkook in a new light, he's awesome. So there's definitely a lot of praise. I'm not going to deny that. But there were still a lot of people who thought his account had been compromised. Like, this is not him posting it. I even got a comment on one of my own reels saying, if they can create a YouTube channel to go live, they can definitely use JK's Insta account. So basically the implication that NewJeans took over Jungkook's dog's Instagram account to post in support of themselves. I mean, if it wasn't NewJeans specifically who did it, like his account was just compromised in general. Bam's account is not verified and inactive for months, so it can be easily hacked. Jungkook cannot phone very often because of military. Secondly, he doesn't use English captions. This isn't him. Armies, please email BigHit. The reason why he never liked Instagram. His account hacked or what? What's going on? This isn't JK. Okay, now I know that he's been hacked. Basically, people saying he's doing his military service. There's no way he would do this. There's no way that it's him behind it. However, BigHit did actually release a statement in regards to this. And I already know the comments. Some comments are going to be like, delete this immediately because BigHit never said anything. I've already gotten comments like that on my short about this. So I don't know what to say. Soombi has never led me astray, but it seems that Big Hit checked in with Jungkook about this, and they said, "We have confirmed that he made the post because he thought that under no circumstances should young artists be dragged into conflicts or used as a shield." So of course, again, now admittedly, there is no mention of NewJeans, just young artists. So people still are incredibly divided about this because either it's not actually support for NewJeans, but rather the NewJeans just shouldn't be used in this conflict, or rather, actually, it's not about NewJeans, it's about Islet and Le Sserafim, who also shouldn't be used as shields. It's actually support for everybody. It's actually only support for NewJeans. I've seen it all. Here are some responses to Big Hit's statement. "He's talking about you, Hybe. Take a hint. They actually got in touch with him about it. LOL. This is exactly what he meant by using the artists. The articles are so manipulative. Stop contacting him. Yeah, Hybe, he's talking about you. Hybe is so funny. He's talking about them, but they're pretending not to understand. LOL. Hybe, stop harassing your artists. Haha. Confirmed that he's siding with NewJeans. LOL. Stop using Jungkook as a shield for F's sake. Pretending not to understand and then saying random things out of desperation. Now they're between a rock and a hard place. It's so ridiculous. Haha. Seriously, I hope that trash company goes down." But actually, in terms of Big Hit confirming that, was anyone else surprised about that? I was not expecting that at all. Like, I would have thought they would have just not said anything. Like, I actually thought it was fake at first. I saw some pretty reputable sources talking about it, and I didn't believe it until somebody said anything, like wrote about it. So it's kind of like, no one's forcing Big Hit to even say anything. Like, they could have just not said anything. They could have not responded, but they did say something about it. However, after Jungkook's post, it seems that NewJeans Danielle changed her status on phoning. So phoning, of course, is NewJeans' fan messaging app. So here was her picture, and it says, "You're my sun on a cloudy day." And she changed it to the 5 different colored heart emojis, of course, representing NewJeans, but with the added blue cap emoji. Now, this upset a lot of people because, of course, this is representative. The blue cap represents Min Hee-jin herself. Now, we've seen similar backlash towards Honey as well, who wrote out an entire story written in emojis seemingly showing support for Min Hee-jin as well, where she used the blue cap emoji. She used the bunny emojis for fans, so on and so forth, right? The blue cap has become synonymous with Min Hee-jin. It has become a historical representation of her, if that makes sense, because during her first press conference, this is what she wore. This outfit has been recreated so many times. It's safe to say that the blue cap represents Min Hee-jin. Otherwise, what would it represent? Actually, in asking that question, let's take a look at what people think the emojis actually represent. Because people in general, not just the blue cap emoji, but people in general think that the emojis actually mean something else. People have come to believe that it represents NewJeans, but what's stopping it from actually representing Red Velvet? Actually, before we look into that, why were people upset that she used the blue cap emoji? Number one, a lot of people are just really tired of the NewJeans members constantly mentioning Min Hee-jin. A lot of people just feel as though she's using NewJeans for her own good, So for some, the blue cap emoji, seemingly in response to Jungkook's message, was like a slap in the face. It was quite ironic in light of what he said about not using artists as shields. Because of course, a lot of people believe that Min Hee-jin is using NewJeans as a shield to get what she wants. So there's definitely a lot of backlash with that. People saying that it was disrespectful, that it was out of line. Jungkook went out of his way to support this group, to even tell Big Hit specifically he doesn't want young artists to be used as shields, for then her to just put that blue cap emoji, which some felt went against that message. For those who didn't understand, this is the before and after of Danielle's phoning. She changed to the colorful hearts from NewJeans and adding Min Hee-jin's hat after Jungkook's support, despite him saying that young artists should not be dragged and used as shields into disputes. Jungkook showed support to them to stop adults from using them as shields and stop abusing artists by posing 5 hearts, and her response is posting a hat next to the hearts to show support to the very same adult who used them as shields. They don't deserve Jungkook's kindness. Does this Danielle girl ever get tired of advocating for Min Hee-jin? Shouldn't she be grateful that the main pop boy showed his solidarity with her group? This is absurdly disrespectful towards Jungkook's statement, WTH. Something about jail. Of course, there are people coming, again, from a place of understanding. Of course, Min Hee-jin means a lot to them. It makes sense that they would be continuously showing their support for her. Now, in terms of the emojis, of course, there are still people who think that the 5 hearts represent something else, that the cap emoji actually represents something else. So let's take a look at some of those interpretations. The cap emoji means cap, which is slang for lie. Now, of course, this is Twitter. I'm sure a lot of people are joking about different interpretations, but we're going to look into it anyways. Artists are not guilty. A hint for a new song. And then I came across this post, and it's a screenshot of someone saying that it's actually for Bisexual Awareness Month. So Jungkook is talking about Bisexual Awareness Week, which is commemorated every year from September 16th to the 23rd. What are these comments? It feels like it's the Bible with so many different interpretations, and everyone thinks they have the right interpretation. Now, I don't know how much more I need to emphasize this. I don't think there's one group of people who agrees on something. I'm not painting ARMY in a specific light because I don't think even ARMY agree on this. I'm not painting any fandom in any specific light because there are so many different types of responses to this. So I just need to point that out. So if you're going to say like, oh my God, ARMY or this, well, I don't think so, because clearly I think this is just so divisive. Like one person's going to think this, another person's going to think that. So please. Now, we've talked about Blind before. It's basically a forum that verified employees can go on and do forum things. I don't know, write about what it's like working at the company or just venting certain frustrations. And, you know, we've seen comments a lot throughout the years from YG Entertainment, SM Entertainment, JYP Entertainment employees. However, Hybe recently has been receiving a lot of backlash for their employees' alleged use of the app. We're going to stick to alleged because even though it seems that this forum has a specific way of actually verifying that you work for a specific company, like you have to go through a verification process and everything, you know, just to save my behind, let's stick with alleged, okay? So in the last video, we talked about how employees were allegedly basically making fun of Minji's Kalguksu scandal. And more recently, it seems that employees were even talking about Jungkook's most recent issue post. So let's read some of the things that people were saying that garnered even more backlash towards Hybe. I'm feeling even more bitter. What have I been working for, Sai? You've really decided to kill off everyone else, huh? Artists are not guilty, don't use them. Is this meant for Min Hee-jin? It's one thing to trust artists to work, but why involve them like this? You surely also thought that way too. There's more talk that this is a direct criticism of Hybe. Go check the community. Seriously, you've reminded us once again that as mere employees, we mean nothing. You can tell just by looking at how you've acted towards the employees before. Are we really listening to the most thick-headed one? Haha. Crying, look at how the situation is being interpreted and how it's stirring up even more controversy. What's good about it? ... question mark. So naturally what was said about Jungkook apparently allegedly did not sit well with a lot of people who really felt that this fit Hani's narrative, because Hani previously expressed that she greeted another Hybe group well, they greeted her back. But then the manager told that group to ignore her. So this narrative of artists being ostracized by Hybe employees. This proves that Hani was not lying, and Hybe staff really moves weirdly towards artists who are not Bang Ji-hyuk's yes man. This happened with NewJeans before, happened with Jungkook today, and I'm 100% sure it happened with another Hybe artist tomorrow. Fans need to speak up. Hybe employees dragging Jungkook after his public support for NewJeans, swearing at him and spreading rumors that he harasses them. This is the toxic work environment that NewJeans are surrounded by, and falsely claims to the media that they would protect them. The male employees in that company are well known for being some of the biggest misogynists, and yet we see so many people defend that company every day. Not surprised they're hating on the only man who raised his voice in support for the girls. After his post post, an article comes out about his real estate, and the next day company staffs are trashing him on a sub forum where you need to verify your work email to have posting privileges. And for all the sabotage he suffered for all his album and song releases, they're saying to mass report, block, and email Big Hit, and people even have a template on Google Docs about employees who defamed and insulted Jungkook. But within all of this, there has also been a lot of talk about Jungkook's support of NewJeans even before these posts. Like people saying that he plays their music, that he has a NewJeans album on display in his room. So we can see the album right here. Someone wrote that pink album next to him is NewJeans Get Up album. He put it pretty light and displayed it nicely. Cute. Minhyejin sneaked in and put it there, obviously. He also said that all NewJeans songs are good in one of his lives before all the drama began. However, it's not only Jungkook that is seemingly openly supporting NewJeans, but people are saying that Apple is also showing support for NewJeans in an interesting way. Now, of course, NewJeans have partnered with Apple before, and they have since partnered with Apple again for the iPhone 16 Pro. And now I know I'm making a lot of clarifications in this video. We are going to be talking about people supporting NewJeans. Now, I think it goes without saying that there are plenty of people who don't support NewJeans. If you go on Twitter, you're going to see people who don't support NewJeans, who don't appreciate that they keep bringing up Minhyejin, who think that they're spoiled and entitled. I just need to bring that up again. I mean, this is like, what, 4 hours worth of content that I've made about this by now? I'm trying my best to show like both sides of the situation. Moving on. So they recently did an ad for, again, the iPhone 16 Pro. You get the gist, right? But aside from this ad, it seems that on Apple Korea's website for the AirPods 4, there's a nod to NewJeans. So let's go check it out and see if you notice anything. So this is the screenshot that's been going around, and you can see here it says Hisu's AirPods. Now, when I first saw that, I'm like, who the hell's Hisu? Like, nobody in the group's name is Hisu. But then it was pointed out it could be a nod to Panisu. Now, if we remember correctly, in the Ditto music video, the character's name is Panisu, right? And she is supposed to be representative of bunnies. And there's also the Panisu channel. Anyways, Panisu is supposed to be a cute way, like a cute nod to saying bunnies. Bunnies. Panisu, do you get it? So to have Hisu's AirPods here, people think it's in a way Apple showing support for NewJeans. Now I wanted to check it out for myself, so let's go to Apple Korea's website. And this is definitely not an ad. It sounds so much like an ad. Let's check out the AirPods 4. But I just wanted to see for myself. Let's look for someone's AirPods. Ooh, okay. Here it is, Hisu's AirPods, and then here it says Taeyeon's AirPods, which some people think is in relation to NewJeans' song Supernatural. We're going to get to the comments and read that as well. Are they also trying to put an Easter egg by calling the other one Natural? Taeyeon, nature, natural because of Supernatural. So their song Supernatural, Taeyeon is nature. You get it? This is a nice touch. I don't think so, but I hope it's true. Hisu is such an uncommon name. I think you're right. If it's from Apple, you might be right. I think you're right. You might be right since Hisu isn't a common name. And then I also came across this post, which is a collection of staff and celebrities who support NewJeans. So we have covered some of this before. SES Hyujin and Pada danced to NewJeans Supernatural. WJSN's Tawon. Editor Park Chan-young wrote out this whole thing on Instagram. Toby Lu. Taiwanese singer Sandy Chan. Member of Taiwanese parliament. YG's ex-creative director. We talked about that in the last video. Baseball player Kim Do-young. Musician Iso. Rapper Kunta. Jay Park. In a new tee, new shoes, new jeans, minus Hybe. Those are the lyrics to a song. And then of course, BTS's Jungkook. One day you're going to see this in like a 6-hour compilation about the Hybe versus Adore feud. But of course, that is not it for Hybe news because fans are worried about TXT's Soobin. Now, Hybe has been under a lot of hot water recently, as we've seen. And, you know, within the whole NewJeans and Hybe versus Adore thing, even if you're against NewJeans, I don't think there's anyone who's like, no, but I literally love and stan Hybe as a company. Like, even if you're against NewJeans, I don't think anyone's just like raving about Hybe or anything. Is there? Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, they have been under a lot of scrutiny. They have been receiving a lot of backlash, especially for their treatment of their artists. And Soobin recently posted the following on Weverse. So He basically says, passing out, I'm so tired. I don't even have the energy to swallow food, so I only ate half of it. For starters, I'll wash up and be back. I might not be back either. So some people are naturally blaming Hybe for this, overworking their artists, not treating their artists right. Y'all will see this and still support a November comeback when these boys are desperately in need of some rest. That's an interesting point of view because it's like, if you don't support them, then like, do you just end their careers? Because like the support is like what keeps things going. You know, you've seen a lot of shelved idols, shelved groups because of the lack of support. Do you know what I mean? They're very clearly letting you know just how overworked they are, but please do keep streaming, of course. That'll show the company just how much you love and care for your faves. I know a lot of people had this similar complaint for Hype, who is under Belift, who is also under Hybe, that they just ended their world tour and then literally not that long after announced another world tour. It's insane to me how all of you keep defending the company and refusing to boycott when it's so obvious how it's mistreating and exploiting the artists. Got all these idols speaking about how tired they are, but y'all still won't boycott, LMAO. Oh yeah, I'm just reading here. Hybe came under fire for alleged mistreatment of its artists after multiple of them suffered injuries during schedules. Wonnie's leg. Who else's leg? There were so many legs injured. Belift, when I catch you, Belift. TXT's Pyeongkyu's ankle injury, Islet One's ankle injuries, NewJeans' hand, foot injury, and Cat's Eye Danielle. What happened to Daniela? Oh, S-Coops, Jonghan, the 8. So of course, let me know your thoughts on all of this. Let's move on to our discussion segment because I found this post going around on Twitter, but it's originally from Reddit. And it's not on any K-pop Reddit, but it's basically r/off my chest. So I thought we could read it and discuss it because it talks about online hate. So I caught my daughter spreading hate online and I'm disgusted. Last year, my husband and I, 38 female, gave our daughter, 16, a new phone for her birthday. She got my old iPhone when she was 13 and we decided to monitor her usage with parental controls. Our daughter was fine with it and just used the phone for calling and texting friends. We went over healthy phone usage and how as a 13-year-old we preferred her not to use social media as there's not really any reason for her to be on those apps. My husband and I never went through her phone out of respect for her privacy, and when she turned 15, we allowed her to download TikTok for gymnastics. We had a discussion about the topic of social media with her again, and she only followed her gym and USA Gymnastics account. When we gave her the new phone, she asked if she could download TikTok and Instagram so she could follow her friends. We agreed, and she asked if we were comfortable with not placing any parental controls on her phone. My husband was open to the idea, but I was unsure about it, so we told our daughter we would talk about it. We decided that she had shown she could properly use social media and understood what she should and should not post online, so we decided against using parental controls. Our daughter likes Korean pop music and follows a couple groups. We took her to a concert in March and she enjoyed herself, but she only cares about two things: gymnastics and K-pop. Literally me last year. Not that I did gymnastics, but I was really obsessed. Her entire life revolves around them, and my husband and I have tried to get her to try new things, but she sticks to what she knows. On Tuesday, she stayed with my parents while my husband and I went out to dinner, but when she picked her out, she forgot her phone at her grandparents'. I told her she could walk and get it the next day. She asked me if she could use my computer to check Instagram, and I said yes and went to bed. When I woke up and got my computer from her room, she had left Instagram open and had hundreds of notifications. I know I should have checked out of respect for her, but I clicked on the heart and my daughter had left numerous negative comments about K-pop groups. She was targeting two groups, LE SSERAFIM and Baby Monster, and the things she was saying shocked me. She was telling the two Japanese LE SSERAFIM members to go back to Japan and kept commenting that one of them had slept with the CEO of their company to get signed. For Baby Monster, she was heavily criticizing multiple recent performances and comparing them to other groups. Which groups? We need to know. It affected me more because she is half Japanese and her father immigrated to the United States when she was a teenager, so telling someone to move back to their home country upset me. I called my daughter and asked her to come home immediately, and when she did, I sat down and asked her to explain why she was spreading hate on the internet. She was defensive at first, but explained that LE SSERAFIM has been dealing with criticism from their Coachella Music Festival performance earlier this year and a dispute within their company, and since she saw comments criticizing the group, she thought it was okay to do the same. I asked if she used any other apps to comment negative things about them, and she opened Twitter, and there were multiple critical tweets of hers that got thousands of likes. She showed me her TikTok account, but she thankfully did not leave any comments as far as I know. I took her phone and computer and grounded her for a month. I don't know what to do. My daughter is a very shy and quiet person who is respectful to others. To see her calling people SLUTS and other negative things upset me and concerns me. When I told my husband when he got home from work, he went to her work and they talked for an hour. When I left the room, he was surprised as well. I don't know how I should handle this. We took her phone and computer and are making her write a paper on cyberbullying and why it is not okay to spread hate online, but I want to make sure she understands the seriousness of what she did. Edit, I also made her delete all her social media accounts, so at least her own posts and comments cannot be seen. So there's people giving like genuine advice. Ask her what she was trying to achieve with those comments. Was she trying to feel part of a group? Did she feel the need to defend her band? This is the perfect time to teach about media literacy instead of just punishing her and hoping the best. You're not actually doing anything to solve the problem by taking away everything with no further education. Teach her how to verify information she sees online. Has my hair been stuck this whole time and you didn't tell me? I wanted to talk about this because there was a point in time where like any mean comment that I would receive, I would literally go check that person's profile to see if there's like anything I could work with. And this is on YouTube, right? Like maybe I could find an Instagram, like maybe I could find something to be like, have like a gotcha moment. Like, oh, you preached this and like you're saying that to me. I don't know. It was literally crazy. So this one person like had like this whole caps lock comment, like, you're so fat and da 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 da. I don't even remember what it was in regards to. It was obviously K-pop. So I go to their profile and this person has videos of them. This person was a mother who had a daughter and is calling me fat. And I was so like, and obviously you can't send DMs on YouTube. So this person had their Instagram out in the open. So I go on their Instagram. But to be noted, I saw a video of this person and their daughter was dancing to Twice in the background. I'm like, is this a K-pop mom? So I contemplated this. I really wanted to send her a message to be like, WTF, what are you doing? But then I did have this thought in my mind. It's probably the daughter, isn't it? I DM'd her and then she's like, it was my 9-year-old daughter. This was what, 5-6 years ago. I would never do that now. Like I've literally gotten an email. I've talked about this email before. Should I bring up the email? I've literally gotten an email from someone's school account. And this person probably had no idea that when they sent emails from their school account, there was an automatic message at the bottom that says what school they went to, gave a link to their school and everything. I need to find this email and share it with you. Oh my God. Okay, so I got this email titled YouTube, so it seems like it's YouTube sending me this email, but it says, "Dear whoever is the receiver." This is from 2021. Oh my God. I am writing in regards to viewers' content published and uploaded by this account. I am quite aware that you have a mass following on this social platform. It has come with great concern on how you in particular have been shading a particular group that goes by the name Twice, and I would like to raise this concern in this particular matter. I think this, I don't know. I used to do like outfit roasting videos. They're supposed to be all in good fun. It's either an outfit roasting video or I literally just reviewed More and More. I think it was More and More. Or I think it was More and More. I would like to give you a warning that name shaming a group and being biased towards a group is your liking. However, it gives others discomfort. I would like to tell you, if you have your own valid opinion, I would like to tell you to keep them to yourself and not share them on the internet, as your opinions tend to be received as harsh or of backlash towards that particular group. Therefore, from onwards, please refrain from commenting groups that you do not show interest in. I was literally the biggest ones at this point. And only comment just for mere viewership as well as attention. This will be serving as a warning. Failure to do this will receive legal actions via YouTube to shut your channel down or strike you. Thank you and may you have a good day. I received this email and literally at the bottom of the email, this is what it says. The email account that this has been sent from belongs to a student of full school name. All emails to from this address are monitored for abuse. If required, please visit our website to contact a member of staff. Are you kidding me? So this is a young school child sending me this email threatening to shut down my channel. Like, that is so funny to me. And I shared this email quite a few times and a lot of people were like, you should have definitely contacted the school. But because of my experience of messaging that mother whose 8-year-old child was sending me hate, I just definitely don't feel comfortable doing that. Like, I don't want to be the reason someone gets in trouble for something. Like, if their school actually monitors the email address and happen to see that, Fair enough, because it's one thing to send an email, but to send it from your school email, and like I blurred it all out. It's fully their full name at theirschool.com. Do you know what I mean? And then their school's name and a link to their school and everything. Like, at least make like another email. But of course, let me know what you would do in that situation if you had a child and they were spreading hate online. Like, if that came to your attention, what would your reaction be? How would you go about it? I don't know. Like, I never, ever plan on ever giving birth ever. But like, if that ever happened to me, I don't know what I would like. I don't know what the right thing to do would be. Like, But let's move on to our song of the day, which is My Way by Cat's Eye, K-pop adjacent, so whatever. I just literally kept seeing it on TikTok, like specifically the chorus, so this is all I remember. At least I can say, I don't remember the choreography, but anyways. Wake up, mama's mad 'cause I stayed up. I don't know the lyrics that well, but give me a break. It's just a cute song. The chorus though. Just overall a really cute song. So that is our song of the day, Cat's Eye's My Way. Let me know if I should listen to any of their songs on Soft is Strong. But I reckon that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!